the same. With every find we're cleaning, leaving nothing but the earth. Magnetic North Adventures, discovering our world.
Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. It's Lee from Magnetic North Adventures. Hope you're all doing well. To my subscribers, new, old, those just visiting, you're all very welcome. And today, I'm back down in Sheffield at the River Don, and I'm going to be doing a mudlark down here. It's looking quite favourable conditions. The water's steady and we've got a nice spring warm day. Well, warm for this time of year. So just an update, I am on the mend. My muscles are starting to heal. I'm still going to be taking it very steady, and there will be no magnet fishing for a couple of weeks, but I will be bringing you mudlarking videos, walks, nature walks, and maybe the odd older footage that's not been edited yet of the old bottle digs that I did before the muscle injury. So I'll be back with you in a moment as soon as I get there. And I'm down in Attercliffe, Sheffield, Yorkshire, England. So today's channel shout out is going to CB Treasure Hunter, Miss Connie Barnes. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're an inspiration to everybody. And as it will be Mother's Day soon, and I class you as my mom, I'm going to say Happy Mother's Day. So this is a shout out to you, and much love to you. Really do miss you, and hope I get to see you again some point soon. So just keep being you, and you mean the world to a lot of us out here. So thank you very much, Miss Connie Barnes. So back at this place, if you're familiar with the videos, you know exactly where I am. And just come on to the foreshore. The very first find down here, just there. Small section, clay pipe stem. Always love those. So this is a area that I class as a difficult mudlark. You've got to wait till this area here floods, and that's when you get the occasional item. And here it is going to be occasional because there are other mudlarkers also coming down, having a look, picking up bits as well. It's a good thing, it keeps the environment clean. But you've got to really look between the rocks, things like that, and the stones, just to see if anything has been missed. Now, I've never had tons and tons and tons at this location, but it has had some interesting bits over the years. You just never know what you're going to find. Just got this piece of pottery shard, cooking pot rim, lead glazed. That's going to be from the 16 to 1700s. That's nice, that'll go back with me as well. Just picked up a few shards of polished river glass. Always interesting for making art projects with. A small old oyster shell. These were once used for making buttons, and now they can be used as small candle holders and very small bits of soap holder. So just here we've got a little area Some green pottery. Small piece of decorated pottery. There's another early piece from the 1700s there. And another oyster shell here. Just there, a bit more river glass. Not a bad little haul. And just here we've got a blue and white star pattern and dot pattern handle from a ceramic vase. It's going to be 1920s. Spot the find. There's a few, but the one I'm after. Another clay pipe stem fragment. Got another find here. Just there. We've got a piece of pottery shard, red, in the shape of heart. Miss Connie, that one's for you. There we go. And just here we've got a piece of miniature pottery with a man, a lady and a child. Now that's really nice. That's probably of Dutch influence or Dutch import. That'll make a nice piece of miniature art with. So this big rock cut stone, that's a very, very large heavy piece, and the river has moved that since the last flood, so that has to be close on 75-80 kilo in weight, kilograms. Just try and move it. No, that's very hard to move. So yeah, that just shows the power of that water. Just down here, another piece of nice blue and white, and just there, this reads Armitage, Armitage, and that was a local Victorian brickworks in the 1880s through to 1900 and later on until 1920. So a bit of local history. Won't be taking that one though. So we've got a young swan out on the River Don. I always love to see these. You can see the brown on its wings, so it's quite a young one, and it's obviously come to find its own territory. Well, I hope it's very successful and has a happy life. Just there we've got a very nice piece of blue cobalt glass, so that's a gem of the day. Blue is not a very common colour when you mudlark. Just had two more pieces of river glass, decorate with diamond pattern and crosses. That's going to polish really nicely. That will definitely be jewellery. Nicely wire wrapped. Beautiful. Just down here, just there, there's a fishing feeder, and it's got a decent bit of lead weight on there. Reuse that. Just got another piece of blue. This one is an ice blue. These do polish up quite nice. Again, another piece of treasure. So just pick this pair of items up. what we've got is very old wooden and copper studded knife handle. That would have been for a large carving knife. So that's going to certainly be Victorian, pre-1900. I'll take that because somebody might want them for restoration. So far I've picked up quite a bit of polished river sea glass and also quite a few clay pipe stems as well. Very happy to get those. I do like to make beads and jewellery out of those, and the sea glass looks nice in a jar or even mounted up polished in jewellery. So I've just come across this little area here, and we've got a clay pipe stem, 1940s Cornish ware pottery, piece of normal pottery. Can you spot the other item? Just there. We've got a very old tooth, animal tooth, and from the shape that's going to be very early. It's very worn down and quite possibly a horse tooth. So that is going to be pre-1700 on that one. There's the roots, you can see it's semi-fossilised. That's a really cool find. These are quite rare on this river. I'm very happy with that one. Just picked this up out of the edge of the water, just there. And this is interesting. What we've actually got here is a piece of brass or copper, and it's been cut down. It's got this platform on the bottom. What we've actually got there is a very early 1800s candle holder, and you'd put the candle in this section and then attach this onto a bit of molten wax and put it onto a plate, saucer, or into another sort of vessel like that, and that would have acted as a portable candle. Most people used to put them in a cup so they'd got a handle to hold. This would be local made. This is definitely a piece of Sheffield history, and that's a very interesting piece. I've never ever found one of these before. That's another item off my bucket list. Very happy. And just here, stoneware, crackle glazed, and that's a bottle top fragment, salt glazeware, and that would be from the 1870s to 1900. Stoneware often contained beer, porter, and stout. So again, nice interesting talking piece. Got a couple of Canadian geese just there flying over. The only piece of modern trash today is the remains of a old fishing reel. Again, it shouldn't be in the environment, so that's definitely going to go for going back into recycle. If the plastic or the metal bits can be used, they will be. If not, it goes into trash. So this is very interesting. I've just come across an area where all these stones have been nicely piled up. So we've had some rock hound down here, or another explorer, doing this little piece of artwork. So that's really nice to see, peace and tranquility. Sat here next to the waterways. There we go. Hidden Sheffield art. So a few last finds piece of old carved semi-polished bone. This would have been an offcut, but that is actually going to be reused, and that's basically going to be a stand for something. This would be from the Victorian era, and generally used in the cutlery making business. Nice piece of driftwood. Again, these make very nice candle holders. Put a piece of metal into the middle or stone, and you've got a really nice candle holder there. And this is probably early timber, looking at it. That could be anything from 1950 all the way back a few hundred years. And another piece, driftwood, nicely polished. Again, it'll clean up, and that'll be reused in somebody's pet tank, or as a separate art sculpture on its own. Right then folks, that brings us to the end of another adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and until the very next time, hopefully very soon, I'll see you again. Thanks for watching everyone, bye for now.